everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Here it is. Store Championships match for first place and second place again. We got Sam here on the right and a newcomer on the left. Both playing D-Reapers, and it was quite the turnout. So it looks like Sam here won the die roll and got to go first. And started off pretty strong, going into the usual play, hatching the Mother D-Reaper, going for the Searcher, drawing the card. Now his opponent's doing his turn. Same play in return, of course. D-Reaper, D-Reaper. We all know what's going to happen there, right? So, all that aside, we're looking at how is this going to play out? Like, that's the question that we need to be asking ourselves. All right, so it looks like we got a lot of contemplations. Went for the double Searcher play to get the extra draw, putting Sam at 3 or 2. I can't quite make it out. It looks like 2, maybe. Nope, it was 3. All right, so he brings out the double play. He's going for his search down into his deck to grab one D-Reaper and one Searcher. Both Searchers, it looks like he got there to add to his hand. Drop a Searcher, get the draw power. His opponent now starts off. You can already see that Sam on the right here is off to a much, much stronger start. He's got a board state built up very big, very tall. He's got, it looks like 3 underneath his Mother D-Reaper already, with 2 Searchers on the board ready to go under at any time, and 1 Pendulum Feet out there ready to swing. This is crazy. The X Antibody, I never really thought about playing that in this deck, to be fair with you. It's really, really cool. It gives you a potential turn 2 4 resources under Mother D-Reaper. Being able to play one on turn 1, draw your card, play another one, opponent's turn. Next turn, bring out Mother D-Reaper, slap that that X under, and then immediately follow up with Bubbles as effect to throw another one in, and you're already looking at 4 resources on turn 2 underneath Mother D-Reaper, ready to fly off with your Reaper in the late game. So it's pretty good. Here we go, swinging in with the Pendulum Feet into the security, popping a Bubbles effect, throwing one underneath the Mother D-Reaper. He's like, alright, that's cool, I'm going to go ahead and use my effect too, and just go ahead and throw that in there, and then spin 1, drop another Searcher, draw another card. He's going to drop a Bubbles and put number 5 underneath. He's already sitting on 5. His opponent's not looking too good with just a Starmon and 2 resources. Not looking very good for his opponent at the moment. This is pretty quick. That was pretty good sportsmanship right there. He was like, hey, you forgot to untap this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's see. Here we got us. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. He's trying to go for the play again to get a draw, see if he can make it work. He's contemplating what he can play with, what he can do. He's going for a Spiral Masquerade. So he's going to 3-6-9, nuke the board state. That's okay. It doesn't look like it's hurting too much right now. He's just going to immediately play for 1, draw a card, slurp up, and then go right into more plays. Like, this deck, it did extremely well all day long. He was able to just constantly just keep the plays going, and no matter how many times his opponent nuked his board or did away with it, it was insane. He just completely eradicated his competition. I was very, very happy to see him win like this today. He is one of my teammates, and it did make me feel pretty proud that one of my fellow teammates finally got another invite. So I believe that out of our 9 that's on our team, 4 of us now have invites. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see here. All right. Golly bum, man. It's already got another Searcher out there and another Pendulum Feet with the is that a Jerry? It looks like a Jerry there. Yeah, I believe it was a Jerry because he did just reveal 5 and throw 1 under. But yeah, his opponent is like struggling. His opponent's like, oh man, I just nuked the board, and like, look at that, it's already built back up. Yeah, it's D-Reapers. I don't think D-Reapers are going to fall off anytime soon. They are still holding strong. Here, they are holding a presence in the meta. Even though they are technically outdated at this point, they are on the back end of usual meta relevance for a new deck. So, because usually it's about, let's say if something comes out in like a BT8, right? And by the time BT9 has finally released, BT8 is on the midpoint of its life. And by the time they announce the launch date of BT10, that's usually about when a BT8 would be rolled out. Those are just some hypothetical numbers for you, but that's roughly about how long it lasts. But Reapers, D Reapers is one of those few decks that's managed to hold on to the full grasp of its strength since its release. And we see here the Reaper finishes him off. There it is. There's game one going to Sam. All right, and they're gonna pass off. All right, everybody. So here it is, game 2 out of 3. You can see here they've already shuffled up. They've already decided based on win-loss who's going first. And they've already laid down security and drawn their opening hands. So he's going to open up with the typical play, Searcher for the draw for 1, put his opponent at 1. However, if you're mirror matching, this is not a bad thing because it means you get to immediately follow up with the Starmon play. Yep, there it is. And just get rid of the Searcher that's on board. Now he only has a Mother D Reaper. So you can drop another Searcher and draw his card. And from this point forward, it's anybody's guess who's going to take this game. But as I'm quite aware of the end results of this video, I'm just going to say that on the right hand side we've got an interesting new approach to D Reapers that people have not really thought about before. On the left we've got the competition build playing at full power, and it's absolutely insane how this all ends up playing out. So there goes Starmon's off the board, and right side of the board's already got 2 Starmons sitting with a Searcher ready to go under Mother next turn, and it's so incredibly strong. The way the deck is so synergistic is it's just insane. It just doesn't let up. It just doesn't let up at all. You never can catch a break with this deck. D Reapers, if they get that snowball rolling, it's over for the most part, unless they hit something that's going to nuke the board state completely. It doesn't hit Mother, but it does wipe out all of her children and gets rid of the issues. And I think the biggest advantage that D Reapers still hold is the fact that they are not level based. They don't have levels, and that there's so many cards in the game itself that all say level 4 and lower, level 5 and higher, level 7 and higher. And since they all specify levels, it doesn't do anything. And it's just insane how quickly this deck can just take over and just roll away. I'm actually playing D Reapers now, and I'm enjoying the deck. The deck is super fun. It's not, I don't think it's as fun as playing my Gamamon deck, but it's definitely a very close place, in the way that it plays. It's so goofy and so fun and so off the top. I'm looking forward to it. And on that note, I might think about going in for playing some more Diaboromon before it's 100% irrelevant again. That was a pretty good, dropping the Gatekeeper there and recovering one, getting his recovery plays in there. And yeah, so his opponent now is trying to search through his deck, like, oh man, I need this, I need that. He's trying to figure out what he can do to shut down this combo that's now facing him on, and he just doesn't know what to do. It's insane. I've never seen a build like this, and it's just so cool. We did do a deck profile at the end of this video, so when you get done watching this video, you can go over and check out the deck profile for his deck. He does give some simple descriptions and explanations as to why he ran cards and how they worked. And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Nobody would have thought of an X antibody style D Reaper deck. It's unheard of. It's completely unthought of until now, and nobody really knew what to do against it. He started at the back end of the tables. He was on like table 6 or 7, I believe, in the first round, and he quickly shot all the way to table 1 within the first 2 rounds and just stayed there the rest of the time. He did a really, really good matchup every time. But this mirror match was crazy awesome, especially for D Reapers. This is fast. This is actually a fast match, considering they're both playing a D Reaper deck. Usually decks like this, you're looking at going into time and drawing out. But It was so fast. Both players were just on point, and they didn't let up. They just stayed right on point. Just knew what their cards did, knew exactly what to target, where to put effects, how to play it. They were so on point. I mean, kudos. I give props to both players here. They did a fantastic job. But in the end, you can see here, right side, Sam is definitely going to be walking away with the win on this one. I would think, because look at this. I mean, he has no choice but to give him a bunch of resources, throw a gatekeeper down, hope that the gatekeeper can do something, but it can't. It's only got 4 resources under Mother D Reaper, so it doesn't affect. And there it is, the handshake, good sportsmanship. Digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Change.